Rangers connoisseur, and welcome to the Arsenal fan experience. Join me today as I go in depth into the captivating yet quiet game that was. As we get into today, Arsenal obviously have not played a lot of matches so far in 2022. With this only being their third match, and their first match against Wolverhampton Wanderers or Wolves, and it's a new test for them to take, as Wolves are a completely different side to the one they faced last year. It's specifically how they have a new manager, Bruno Laghi, and they've put together a decent squad that is performing to how it probably should be in mid-table this year. But as we look at the starting lineup from Arsenal today, one notable addition to the squad is Cedric, of whom I haven't seen a lot this year, but it's good to see him come in. Obviously, he came in for Takahiro Tomiyasu, who has been banged up for the majority of this year, actually, and hopefully he can recover at least when Arsenal take on Wolves in 2 weeks from now. But as we get into it today, going to Molineux Stadium is no easy task, and Wolves are barely one equal with Arsenal throughout early in the game, and it wasn't even until the 22nd minute that Arsenal had a legitimate opportunity, as they were rewarded with a free kick taken by Kieran Tierney, but not to the avail of Jose Sa. But it'd be a sign of things to come, as eventually, a couple minutes later, off a corner kick, the ball came to Alexander Lacazette. He was unable to get a foot on it, and it was obviously subsequently taken out by Jose Sa. And Gabriel was able to put his right foot out, obviously his non-dominant foot, and put it into the empty net for Arsenal to give Arsenal a 1-0 lead. Now, there was some call for potential foul, and it was checked out by video assistant referee for potential offside, but it was deemed as a good goal, and obviously 1-0 Arsenal. And throughout the rest of the first half, it was relatively uneventful, with the exception of there being a couple yellow cards being handed out to Arsenal's two perpetrators, the midfielders being Thomas Partey and Granit Xhaka. To no one's surprise, as they usually have to make the sacrifice and commit those fouls, even when they're usually not necessary. While Romain Saiz rebutted and delivered a accidental challenge on Martin Ødegaard, which Ødegaard looked like he was legitimately hurt from, and given the yellow card as well. And overall, going into the second half, I was very happy with Arsenal's performance, but it didn't offer a lot of inspiration, as it was kind of just another game where they were all over the place on the field and they really couldn't get their footing. It was there was a lot of missed opportunities, and those missed opportunities would continue in the second half. As the second half began, Arsenal had to keep their keep focused, as Wolves came with a very good chance by Daniel Podence. Fortunately, went out for a corner and nothing came out of it. And the distribution of yellow cards continued in the second half, with both Ruben Neves and Gabriel receiving back-to-back yellow cards just a minute apart. And that was really the theme of this game, as Michael Oliver seemed very yellow card happy, like matching my shirt, without being unintentional. But it was very peculiar why Oliver was in such a uh, bad mood, really, for and really intolerable mood this game, and maybe it's just something to do with Arsenal, and referees are not willing to buy into their BS, and I respect that, but it is frustrating as a fan seeing that, and particularly that would be on display in the 69th minute when after uh, throw in by Wolves, taken by Daniel Podence, that was only given to Wolves after Gabriel Martinelli was appeared to be fouled by a Wolves defender. Controversially, Martinelli fouled Podence. Play obviously continued, and then he fouled new signing Chiquinho for Wolves, and was rewarded with a yellow card and then a straight red. And I mean, I was flabbergasted at that call. I mean, it's one thing to give him a card at all for either one of those challenges, but to give him one yellow card and then just a red card is completely bonkers. And, and that if Michael Oliver wanted to make his point clear, he should have just done what officials always do: give one yellow and then another yellow and then another red. As convoluted and unnecessary as it seems, it's what is in the rule book, and it I just don't understand why he was so lazy with that, and it was really confusing, to be honest. And as for Martinelli's part, I can't really defend him that well because of the challenges he made were very brash and immature. Although I was impressed by his speed in that moment, but nonetheless, just a strange series of events that really describe how this match went, and uh, something that uh, will what might that Arsenal might regret in their next game again in their next game against Brentford, as they'll obviously miss Gabriel Martinelli for that match in his first match post Pierre-Emerick Aubameyang and the presumptive and as a presumptive key component in the starting 11. So with that sending off of Martinelli, they had to change up their tactics and move take Bukayo Saka off, who really didn't have a terrific game besides nutmegging a Wolves defender, which came to my attention. But they put on Rob Holding, and for all his inconsistency and poor play of late recently, I thought Rob Holding was competent today and reliable for once, which is good to see. As to stop a threatening Wolves offense is no easy task, and I thought he was up to the job today, and I fully respect him for that. And then nearing the end of the game, both teams had very equal chances, with Alexander Lacazette missing a chance just on the far post as he tried to finesse it. The thing with Lacazette is that he needs to get really better at finishing those chances, and it might be the reason why Arsenal are still not keen in re-signing him and probably letting him go on a free. It's really unfortunate because he's so good at poaching from other defenders that he just needs to consistently find a way to finish, and he's golden. But not in his case, not in Fabio Silva's case either, as he missed a fairly easy chance to equalize, and Aaron Ramsdale had to push it over the net for a corner. And aside from a last-second Raul Jimenez scissor kick, that was really all she wrote for Wolves, as Arsenal walks out of Molineux Stadium with a crucial 3 points. And this game means a lot because the fact that this is their first win in 2022. First of all, their first goal in this year as well. But just to play again and to get the feeling of winning is satisfying. And in this case, they had their backs against the wall in this game. They really did not have a lot of chances in this game. They had only about 40% of possession. They were really lacking it, to be honest, and kind of in a way did not deserve to win this game. But I digress. At the end of the day, a win is a win, and they know where they have to improve. Uh, they know how vulnerable they can be when when they have both their midfielders on yellow cards, as that kind of hinder them from really taking any risks in this game. And to be honest, Mikel Arteta doesn't really seem as much of a risk taker that much. But overall, I would give my man of the match today to Gabriel, and his and him going to be and him being called up for Brazil for the World Cup qualifiers paid dividends for them today, as he really was in his element, scoring the goal, playing uh, exceptional defense, and just being uh, just being a steady part of their team. And there's nothing more I can ask for him. And it's crazy how he's only 23 and and keeps getting better. And as a as one of their lone left-footed center backs, he's that much more valuable. Although when Austin Trusty, of whom I covered in my video last time, which you can see the I button up there, is also left-footed. So if he does ever play with Arsenal, that does add much needed depth. Along with the signing Trusty brings the confirmation of Matt Turner coming to Arsenal next summer. So anyway, leave a like and subscribe if you enjoy my reaction. And join me next time as Arsenal takes on Brentford. Arrivederci.